Test 1, 2. All right, that looks like it's good. Hey, welcome back to Daydreamer, the show where we talk about dreams and sometimes we talk about memes. I'm your host, as always, the somewhat headache-inducing Guy SL. It's been a while. It's been some time. It's been like over a month since I've last either recorded or even uploaded an episode. So, and as you can see, it's just me today. No guests. This is episode 14, I believe. Let me double check my notes. Episode 14, yeah. So, what's going on, Guy? Well, as you can see, I've been. How do I start? Where do I start? So yeah, I guess this last month has been difficult to record an episode. Basically, it's been August, so it's the end of the summer. It's been harder to get people to come in and do a little episode, a little interview with them, because everyone's on vacation and whatnot. People have shows supposedly that they have to do and they can't come and record. But yeah, it's not been easy to get people on this last month. And also I've just been doing stuff in my own personal life, going on vacations and whatnot myself. So took a little bit of a break. But what's to come? What is the future of this show? Well, I've gotten some upgrades. As you can see, I'm holding a different microphone. This is the new 7 RYMS. And let me tell you, it's pretty nice. So yeah, I've been wanting to upgrade the camera, or not the camera, the microphones for since episode 1, really. I've got them here just to talk about them. They come in a nice little silver case, but these, well, let me actually, I've been holding it upside down the entire time. So let me clip this in. How does that sound? Hopefully I sound pretty good. But these microphones, these tiny little microphones that cost me $20. I hope you can't see that fly that's flying around. He's not welcome on the podcast. That's not my guest. But these little ones, for $20, they came with two microphones. Hold on. These 2 microphones. They've been they've done the job. I can't really complain that well for $20. They put in the work. They did what they needed to do. But it was pretty clear, I think, to anyone that listened to this show that they kind of sucked. The audio would peak pretty easily. It would, if you got a little loud, I think I'm using the word right, peaking. If the volume got too loud, it would get scratchy, it would get staticky. It could go like that kind of sound. But these microphones are a little better. So these, I got the 7 RYMS portable portable microphones. And the great thing about these, it comes with a little charging case, and there's four different receivers or inputs, four different microphones that I can use all at once at the same time. Because the one problem with these, with the glaring problem that I had pretty early on, the fly's just on. He's observing the stuff too. So there's a receiver. There's a receiver on the mic, on the camera now, plugged in. So these had a lot of problems. I guess I'm just rambling now, but mostly I could only work with 2 of them at a time, 2 microphones, one for me and one for the guest. And then the last episode, if you saw, I had 2 guests on, Mike and Noah. They each had one of these microphones, and I was just using my laptop to record a third feed. But this, and I bought 2 sets of these because it comes with one receiver, one little receiver each, so two for one. I thought that you could pair more than one of them, more than 2, 3 of them. So I thought I'd have 4, which was with one receiver. That didn't work, apparently. So I'm actually $4 down the hole with these, but I still kind of like these. They get the job done. They get a job done. They do a job. They're employed, unlike me. But yeah, and also recording. I no longer, if you probably noticed, I don't have my laptop in front of me anymore. That was because I was recording the audio on my laptop directly, from the microphones, which was cool because you could plug it into your microphone, you could plug it into your laptop or your phone or whatever, and it would pick up and it would work fine. It was easy plug and play. Problem with that is, well, I guess not so much a problem, but I had to sync it. I had to sync the audio with the camera audio when it came time to editing. But now with this brand new stuff, with the 7 rhymes, I'm gonna call it, plugs right in the camera. So now I just have one file. When I upload it to my computer, it has the audio embedded into it, which saves me like a good 5, 10, 15 seconds of time every time. And if you calculate that over a number of episodes, it's hours saved. I've just saved myself hours in the future. But yeah, these microphones were a much needed upgrade, I think. And I also have a new camera stand, so I don't have to use any one of these like tiny boys. But I mean, I also got this one, which is pretty good too. I mean, it's really nice for. I mean, it's easier. It's also easier to hold the camera if you've got this one in for the mic stand. You can kind of just like move these around and make a nice little grip out of them. But I don't need to use a tiny one. I've got a proper camera stand now, so it's standing on its own. It's got 3 legs, 3 tall legs. This goes up to like 5 feet tall or something, 4.5. A proper boy camera. So we don't need these. So we've been making upgrades, basically, is what my point is. What my rambling point is on for this episode. Well, we'll do some more. I mean, I'll talk about my dreams. It's my show. I'll do whatever the fuck I want, honestly. But yeah, I'm excited for the new audio, and now I can actually have 2, 3 guests on at once with myself. So that's going to be fun. This will be fun stuff in the future for that. And yeah, hopefully the editing will be a lot easier. Hopefully the audio's quality is going to be a lot better. I mean, for this brick with a receiver and 4 transmitters, $150, which was basically the maximum amount I was willing to spend on these. And I had been doing some research since starting this show about like trying to find a better microphone situation. This fly's bugging the hell out of me, no pun intended. But for the price and for the quality, I landed on this one, and I'm pretty happy with it. But there are some other ones I was looking at. They go from anywhere from like $150 to like $350, and I didn't have $350. I barely had $150. I don't really have $150. I don't actually. I just have a new microphone set up, so that's exciting, I guess. What else? What else has been happening? Why have I not posted? I haven't really posted anything at all. I mean, the last thing I did post was the little Lego video because I was just messing around with that, and that was fun. I enjoyed that. I might do some more of that. I also want to get back into editing more of the videos, like getting some more clip farming, basically. I gotta play the game. It's time to play the game. It's time to play the game. Yeah, but I've got some guests lined up. So, we're back in September. So I've got actually guests tomorrow we're going to record with. Excited about that. He's another comedian friend of mine who had something very exciting happen to him in the world, in the comedy world lately, which I'm excited to talk to him about. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. It's going to be juicy, as they would say, as the kids say. The kids say, what the Sigma, actually. So I've got a guest lineup for tomorrow. I've got like 3-4 guests for this month lined up already, which is good. We're back on the road. We're back on production. But yeah, upgrades. People, upgrades. Upgrades, people, upgrades. So that's what's been happening. Took a little break, got some upgrades. We're heading back into production. It's September now, so classes have started again. So I've got a few classes started. In the midst of getting a job, trying to get a job, hopefully getting a job, so I can actually by things and survive in this world. Other than that, yeah, so school is going to be hopefully my last year of school. I hopefully can graduate this May. Oh, such a big fly. Why does he wants so much attention. He wants so much attention. But yeah, school's going to be cool, fun. No, it's not, but I'll be done after 10 years. No, after, college I'll be done after 10 years. I graduated high school in 2015. I'm going to be graduating college in 2025. That's awesome. 10 years for a 4-year degree. But I didn't take any student loans, so that's why. So that's, what else? In terms of comedy itself, me doing stand-up ha-has, it's been a little slow lately. I can't really, this summer has been slow. I had hoped for better things this summer, but that's not the case. And as far as the Laughing Cat comedy show, it's still going strong. Got to keep the thumbs up. We're taking a break for this month, though. We're also in some upgrade mode for the comedy show. So, yeah, just nothing but upgrades and adjustments. I mean, it's a little sad at the moment for me, not doing a whole bunch of stuff. But a year ago I didn't have a comedy show or a podcast, and now I have both in the midst of a metamorphosis. So that's exciting. Where are we at time? This is gonna be a short episode probably. Patreon, so for the format of the show, I'm thinking more of like 45-minute for the main episode and then a 45-minute second half to be put on the Patreon. I've done that twice. It seems, it's been fun. No one's on the Patreon, which, shame on you. It's nothing really. It's just fun, kind of. It needs more work as well. There's a whole lot of things in my life that need work, not even just this show or what I do for entertainment. I also want to change the intro for this show. It's been changed. I changed it recently, but I think it's worse than when it was originally, so I gotta try and mess around on GarageBand to get something cool. The visuals I'm okay with. Is the audio? The audio sounds like stinky cheese. If that makes sense. I'm doing a lot of hand movements, but I'm seeing it not on the screen. The outro, similarly, I like the visual for the picture I have for the outro. I just want to do another soundtrack for that. I'm trying to have it more like the end of an anime, the outro music and visual. It's what I want it to be reminiscent of. I think that'll be funny. But what else do I have that I wanted to talk about? Intro, yeah, I've got guests coming up. I've got a couple of guests that might be doing some cross-podlination. Yeah, that's a new word, cross-podlination, with a few other comics in Philly who have their own pod. But yeah, let's get back into the meat and the potatoes of this, which is, what the hell have I been dreaming about? Why the hell do I dream? Well, lately I've been cutting down my alcohol consumption because it's been a problem, kind of, maybe, sort of, but it's been, just don't drink as much, guy. I'm looking at you. My dreams lately, last couple nights, have been like a lot more vivid. Like the details are like very striking, but I can't remember. I can't really remember the majority of the dream. I can only remember like a sliver of it now. Like, so last night, I was dreaming that I was like in charge of maybe it was a daycare, some kind of business operation. I think it might have been a daycare, but I was like the one running it. And again, the only thing I can remember from that was like it being very stressful and like me trying to manipulate or operate a lot of things at once. And so I just remember the stress, which have been present in most of my dreams, the majority of them. And then what else? Oh, I can unclip this. So maybe Let me hold it up here again. Yeah, so these microphones, I mean, they're like twice as big as the other one, but they weigh just about as much. So they're lightweight as well, and they come with magnets, so you can like stick it to your chest, and it'll like stick. Maybe I'll get the magnet. Maybe I'll do that. Let's do a demonstration. Yeah. But these are powerful magnets. I'm a little scared of having them next to the camera bag or in the camera bag. So here, let me. Oh, and it like slides. Oh fuck. Oh no. One more time. Hold on. There we go. Puts it on. All right. This is cool. Yeah. What the hell was I talking about? My dream. Yeah. So I was. Yeah, I don't really remember a whole lot of it. I was in charge of some kind of organization, and I had people working under me, and I was stressed about it because it probably is a stressful thing. And then it turned into like I was in a barn, or I was on a farm, and like people were harvesting things, and then I ended up in like the farmhouse, and then all I knew was that I had to like escape. I was not supposed to be there, so I thought to myself, I need to get a tool, I need to get a weapon. And on the ground, I saw a long, like a wrench, like this long, and I grabbed it, and then I woke up. And that's all I really remember about that one. But I've had some other cool dreams in the last month that I recorded. Let's see, let's talk about those ones. No, do not discard the sleeve. Let's see. What? Why? Okay, this one just is titled Percocet School Hot Dogs. Let me read it. Okay, so I was back in high school, but I got sick or injured, so I had to miss classes. And the school nurse gave me perks. And so I was perked out for like 3 days in school, just zoinked during class. But it was cool because the nurse gave me a note saying I was exempt. And then I ran, after I ran out of perks, I went to school home ec room and started cooking up hot dogs and burgers to sell to the other kids. I don't remember this one. What? Kind of, maybe. All right, so I was cooking up burgers and hot dogs and home ec to sell to other kids. I'm a hustler by nature. And then Itachi Uchiha from the famous, beloved Naruto anime series came in and he was like asking me how much money did I make, and I said I made $10. He's like, what the fuck, there should be more, but I said there was only a couple of dogs here. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what happened. This was Monday, August 5th. So this was the morning of my birthday. I turned 27 also, which was why I didn't record. I was sad about being old. I don't like being old. I want to be like 12 all the time. But that's not happening. So yeah, I guess I was selling hot dogs at school. Okay, this one I do remember. So this was in July 31st. Okay, so the end of July, I had a dream. So this was during the Paris Olympics, the Summer Olympics. So I had a dream where Joel Embiid and I had a Freaky Friday incident. Like I was in Paris at the same time as the Olympics, and somehow me and Joel Embiid swapped consciousness or swapped bodies. So I was in his body, he was in my body. And then like, so the dream basically was like I was Joel Embiid. I was at practice. I was hanging out with all the other basketball guys on the team. I was, just Curry, Steph Curry, LeBron, KD, and then like, and Edwards. And it became pretty clear after talking to them for like a minute that they realized that I was not really the real Joel Embiid, but they were pretty cool with it. They're like, we're just so good as a team. We kind of really don't even need the real Joel Embiid. You can just hang out. You seem like a cool dude. They were like, and they're like, yeah, you can even play in the game. You're a giant. You're like a 7-foot giant. Even if you just stand there, you'll probably be pretty. You'll probably do something. You'll just probably be positive effect. Just being a tall guy there. We'll take care of the rest. So I was like, awesome. I get to play in the Olympics. However, the problem, the climax, not the climax, the antipasta? No, the antithesis? whatever, the conflict of the dream, because every dream's a story. The conflict was that I didn't know where his jersey was. I didn't know where Joel put his jersey. I couldn't find his jersey, so I would just be like a shirtless Joel Embiid on the court. So I was like, and you can't do that. You get ejected. Probably, right? So I was like, okay. So me and the rest of the team were like, all right, we gotta find out where the body guy is. And so I called my phone number in the dream, and it picked up, and it was like, and Joel Embiid was like, yeah, dude, I've just been sleeping. Because, this is he realized what happened. He woke up and he was like, oh, I'm just in the body of some mediocre Jewish dude. I'll just use this opportunity to sleep in because I don't get to do that because I'm a basketball player. I have to do stuff. I have to wake up and be active. He's like, I haven't gotten a great night's sleep in a while. So I was like, I'll just take advantage of that. So there's a Jewish guy in a large Cameroonian man's body, and there's a large Cameroonian man in a regular dude's body sleeping. And so we were like, all right, we'll meet up and you'll show me where the jersey is, or like you'll help me get the jersey. And what happened after that? Oh, yeah, apparently Joel Embiid was like talking to my mom in my own body, and she was like, this is weird as well. She figured out something else was up in the dream. But yeah, that was probably one of the most vivid dreams I've had since then. What else? Okay, I guess this is another dream. This was a dream where I was at a water park with a bunch of people that I guess I knew, and I went to the bathroom to pee. Okay, this one's coming back to me. And I went to one of the stalls when suddenly someone started pissing on the floor of my stall, like from outside, and it was getting all over my feet. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? What are you doing, dude? I look over and just see a tall dude with glasses. He's just pissing on the floor, and I'm like, hey, man, knock it off. And instead of so he just turns like 90 degrees and continues to pee. He's like, all right, whatever. Yeah, pee that way. I was like, that's weird. So I leave and I try to tell people about that, but they're like, put your shoes back on. And I'm like, I can't. They're covered in piss. They don't care. They don't care about that. So I took my towel and I held it, lengthwise open and like started running like an airplane, and I took off and I started to fly. I remember that part because I like to fly in my dreams. I've had a lot of dreams where I like float, a lot of floating dreams of like where I can jump kind of high and it like floats for a minute and then, but it's never as high as I need it to go. I'm always like, just out of reach. So those are some recent dreams. We're at 23 minutes. What else have I done? Yeah, I guess that's kind of it. Thanks for watching. The next Laughing Cat comedy show is going to be October. It's going to be at the end of October. I forget what date. It's not been finalized yet. It's still being planned out. Again, metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is being changed. Oh, it's being changed. And yeah, man. I guess if you have any suggestions about how you would like, or things you would like to see in the show, some changes you think I should make, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll read them because there have not been many. But if you do, I'll read it, and I'll cherish it. I'll cherish the time you took to write me something. But other than that, yeah, we'll see you back on our regularly scheduled programming timeline very shortly. So toodaloo and dream on. Dream on. Dream on. Yeah.